microphone. Yeah, hi. All right. I came here for 3 things, but only for the same allocated time as the other speakers, which is less than 7 minutes. First of all, as a publisher of interest, or indeed as formerly known, I would like to officially state that she is a published author. Can we give that a round of applause? Come on now. And secondly, it's to say a few words to her and a few words to you. Then it's balanced. Say hi. Hi. Come on now, say hi. Hi. Yes, I just wanted to say, just a moment, né? I was a sound engineer before I became a speaker. Okay, so the first thing that I want to say to Interest Matebula, you all see that she's a humble someone. She likes to sit hiding there. Some of us would have preferred to sit here. Say aye. Can I hear a hallelujah if we confess? Hallelujah. Yes. Okay, I just wanted to say to her, firstly, that congratulations. Kill the music, eh? Yes, thank you. I just wanted to say to her congratulations, and I want us all to say congratulations to her. Congratulations. It has not been an easy journey. The journey did not start last year. It started the year before last. So, which is 2019. And the journey did not just start there for her. It started maybe a few years even before that. So before 2019, it was 2019 when the book arrived in our hands. Because of the pandemic, the book launch had to be postponed. But wow, look, finally it happened. Come on now. Yeah. Finally it happened. Someone say, finally it happened. Finally it happened. It's not an easy journey publishing a book, especially when you are a self-published author like her. I know that because personally I've written 7 books. It takes a lot of separation from the multitudes because you cannot be creative in a text rank. Come on now. We have started again. You cannot be creative when in a public space. You know what? So to write a book demands a lot of isolation. It demands a lot of separation. So she had to separate herself from friends, from family, and from all the disturbances. So by this, I just want to say to her that let this not be the end of your writing career, but let this be the beginning. Let this be the beginning. When somebody writes a book, this is what it represents. It represents the fact that they have treated their gift as an office. Come on now. It is the gift that you treat as an office that will bring you before officials. It is the gift that you treat with dignity that will bring you before dignitaries. Come on now. Can I hear a hallelujah up in here? It is the gift that you treat with honor that will make you honorable. Come on up in here. To publish a book is to pastor nations. Can I hear an amen? You cannot effectively fulfill the Great Commission until you publish a book. Can I hear an amen up in here? Come on up in here. Jesus never left a building, he left a book, the Bible. Come on up in here. Come on now. Jesus never left a building, he left a book. To publish a book is to prioritize your calling. To publish a book is to distribute yourself amongst nations. There are what are called traveling restrictions during COVID, but when you are a published author, those laws do not apply to you. You can penetrate nations without a visa. Come on now. Come on now. Come on now. I'm a living testimony. Kinjalo is a living testimony. Her books probably are in Botswana now. They're in Swaziland now. When you publish a book, you multiply your citizenship. Come on now.
Amen. Amen.
My goodness. Wow. Can we say wow to her?
Wow.
Benjamin Franklin once said, "Give me 26 soldiers and I will conquer the world." Benjamin Franklin said what? Give me how many soldiers? 26 soldiers and I will conquer nations. When he was referring to the 26 soldiers, he was referring to the A to Z, A, B, C, D, E, F, G until Z. Because when you have the alphabet, you can birth a book. When you can birth a book, you can birth nations. My goodness. Man is a creature of literature. Come on up in here. Man is a creature of what? Literature. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and nothing was formed except of the Word. So without literature, the foundation of man is absent. I'm here to challenge people that are in any industry that until you document your gift, history will not remember you.
Come on.
Oh my goodness. To rebuild the broken walls of Africa, literature will be required as a primary raw material. Come on now. To rebuild the broken walls of Africa, literature will be required as a raw material for the rebuilding of this nation. I want to say to my sister that your book is not just a drop in the ocean where it will not be remembered, but you have set your footprint in the sand of history, where when future generations have to track back, your name will be remembered. Oh my goodness. I'm here to challenge everyone here. If you have not published a book, even if you cannot write, we help people that cannot write. You speak out your book. Even if you just tell us your story, this is what happened, this is what happened, we ghostwrite for you. Say ghostwriting. I say ghostwriting. Come on. What is ghostwriting? Ghostwriting is when you speak to a publisher, say, look, at the age of 15, this is what happened to me. At the age of 21, this is what happened to me. This is my story. This is what I've learned from my story. I want you to write this down so that I can publish this as a book. And then within 6 months, then you are holding a solid book like this, but you never held a pen. Somebody say no excuse?
No excuse.
Otherwise I will be excused. Don't wait for an age, a stage, a wage, or a pain to make the change. Come on! Woo! Change your direction to change your transactions. Transform your life from nothing to something. From washing dishes and digging ditches to making riches. Life does not get better by chance. It gets better by choice. When you refuse to change, you remain in chains. But when you choose to change, you break the chains. When you choose to change, you change your history. Thank you so much.
You are so blessed. You're in good hands. There's no way you can relax with this man. There's no way. There's no way. Every time I have an encounter with him, it always leaves me mesmerized and, hey, yeah, and asking myself a lot of questions. He said, you must treat your gift as an office, and that will bring you before your officials. Before officials. And publish a book. When you publish a book, you multiply your citizenship. So Shomiti, basically you can be here and your book will be in America. You're already there by writing. See what we've been missing because we don't want to write? You can always do ghost writing, right, my leader? Ghost writing, I think I'm going to opt for that. I tell you my story, you write, and my name will be in the book. Thank you very much. Can you give him one round of applause? Thank you very much. If you were not challenged today, then you have a serious problem. If you were not challenged, I don't even think even deliverance will do you good at this point. Can we have almost one more speaker? We're almost there before our main speaker, our main person for the day. Can we have Ukokwani Ka Inti? She also wants to say something. Yeah, Ukokwani. I was I wanted to try and call her Mtwana, my tongue just got stuck. I tried. I believe Ukokwani, yes.
Amen.
I'm going to look at I'm looking at the Marapuna, I should have been a castle with the sheet. I should so remember what I'm put on a put on a body. Leave a little talk.
Amen.
She's taxing moves. Interesting. One of the woman I am Iraqi.
Amen.
Se lo kono nanguta lo tsundzuka mhana yena ni vona rihloko nyana ri kona.
When I look at her, I just remember her mother.
A ni lava sweswo. Se aka mina ni ntsako swinene.
To me, it brings great joy.
Loko ni vona siku leri ri humelerile.
When I see this day
Loko
prosper.
a ni byela ku ni le xikolweni hala ni le ku tsaleka buku ni ku i buku ya ku endla yini mhani le ku swikolweni sweswo swa swona.
When she told me that she's at school and I get she's writing a book.
Leswi a swi vulavula a swi tsala a ku le ku swi tsaleni ni le ku swi languteni swi vona hi matihlo.
Whatever she was writing, I'm witnessing it today.
Ni khensa Xikwembu swinene
I thank the Lord.
lexi nga n'wi hlayisa xi nga hlayisa mina
That
xi
took care
endla
of
ku
me and
yena
her.
namuntlha a humelela ka leswi a swi dyondza
Amen.
na langutele leswikulu leswi a nga ta swi dyondza a swi pasa ni swi languta hi matihlo ya mina na ha copela. Amen. Se ko va ntsako endzeni ka mbilu ya mina leswi Xikwembu a xi n'wi pfune a dyondza a pasa a ya mahlweni a endla leswikulu leswi mina ni nga swi tiveki hikwalaho ka ku amoyeni wa mina loko ni languta ni vona mutswari wa yena manjheni loko ni languta ni vona mhana yena a vuton'wini bya mina se ni khensa Xikwembu swinene lexi nga endla mina ku va xi ni endla ku fikela siku ra namuntlha ni twa a vuton'wini bya mina ni tsakile swinene loko ni languta maxaka hinkwawo ni kuma va ri kona a vuton'wini bya mina ni twa ntsako swinene hinkwawo maxangu lama a ni tshame ni ma tsundzuka kumbe ni tshama ni ma vona a ka mina swi rivaliwile se ni i gangi ni khensa Xikwembu hi sweswo ku ta fika kwalani a yi mahlweni a ha dyondza swa ku kula ni ta vuyela hansi hi vito ra Jesu.
Thank you very much, Gogo.
Yeah.
It is such a blessing when you do something and your parents or the elders in your family are there to support you. It means you're doing something great. It means you're doing good. But if you're doing something and even parents are assisting, then it's a problem. So I can say Kokwana, Nomkhulu, and the family at large. Right now we're going to have the woman of the moment. The woman that has just multiplied her citizenship. asazi ngani. But the woman that has just multiplied her citizenship, next week maybe her book will be in KZN in Mozambique, you know, so she has just done the things. So right now, can you please all stand? Abakona Yuksuguma, can you please all stand? Please stand. Again, we're here to celebrate her. It's about her at the end of the day. So can you all stand and clap our hands, the biggest. Can you just, so can you, let's please stop. Can you give her a clap that is from the heart? Not a clap that because you have to and you're here, you might as well. Just give her a serious clap. And she do a congratulations, yeah, congratulations kind of clap. That's what I'm looking for.
Good afternoon. I want to thank God for this special privilege. Nkhensa matimba ma Xikwembu
Amen.
lama nga swi kota ma swi endla ku namuntlha ni tikuma ni ri laha.
Yeah.
Kokwani na kokwa Madala nkhensa loko ni kombele ku mi suka kaya mi siya ku nga ri na munhu mi tshika swilo swa n'wina swa masimu mi ku nhani ya vona swa ntokomi wa Xikwembu
Amen.
xi mi kombini namuntlha ku ri xona Xikwembu na mihloti ya n'wina xa yi sula eka nkarhi lowu.
Amen. Yeah.
Kokwani Mabasa khensa ku khomiwa na ha ri n'wana ni gonyisiwa ntshava a swi
Hallelujah.
nga olovi
Yeah.
mara hi mhaka swikhongelo namuntlha ni kote ku ni yima ni ku a hi timhaka ta swiyimo mara Xikwembu i hosi.
Yeah.
I want to thank all of you
Yeah.
for being here. I could have made posters and advertised, but without your presence, the launch wouldn't be a success. MHI, my publisher, I would never have thought of being in a venue like this. Thank you so much for all the hard work that you've put. We've had a lot of queries, we've had our ups and downs, but thank you for standing. Thank you so much in all your ranks for being in this place. The novel as it stands today is titled Expressions from Experiences. And to market the book, I'd love to hint what made me come to this title. I believe that no one can see life beyond the knowledge that they have. If it is anything that you know in life today, it is because you learned it. And wherever you are today, if you don't like your current circumstance, I believe just learn more. You will do better. Whatever you learn, whatever you believe, you start to behave accordingly. So Expressions from Experiences says that whatever you are becomes the outcome of your experiences. And an experience is not necessarily something that you personally have gone through, but it can be something that someone else has gone through that you have learned from. It can be something that you read about that has made you to say, this is an experience. For the fact that you've learned, you've heard of it, it became an experience to you. And how you receive it and interpret it is what it changes the whole situation. Thank you. I was waiting for the book to display. When I thought of a cover, I said I want something that can explain the entire story and wrap it up just by looking at the front of it. And I chose to take a young lady born from Maputo, and I did that because I know that discrimination is real. I needed a character that faces a life that is not easy, so that it can show people out there that wherever you want to be is not about where you are at the current moment. So her names go Pinheiro Floresta Barreto. And where did I get those names? I went to the internet and I said, what is the definition of pine tree in Portuguese? And it came as Pinheiro. And I gave her the first name, and I placed a pine, as you can see on the screen. So this pine tree stands for a lot of things. A pine tree is believed to grow mostly near water. And when the wind blows as hard as it does not fall, but it bends. Nobody knows how long it bends, but when the wind goes down, it stands up. So I likened the main character to say, situations may come, and I say, I pray that the people that will read this book will reflect on their own lives. That when situations come, when they beat you down, don't fall completely. I beg you, do not fall. Become like a tennis ball. You know, when you hit it down, the higher it goes. Do not fall, just always bounce back. Let situations be challenges. Ask yourself that whatever situation that I'm going through, am I going through the situation or am I growing through it? I would suggest to you that the better thing to do is to grow through your situation than to just go through it. Holding on to your history does not make you a better person, but when you take your past and reinterpret it, that's what matters. How you are willing to improve and improvise in your life is what we will see in the determination that you put. Learn to look at your situation and say, besides saying, why is it me going through this situation? Rather say, what is this situation teaching me rather? I've read a lot of books about forgiveness, and their essence, after all, is that just forgive and grow. Because forgiveness does not justify the actions that you go through. Forgiveness always does the favor to you. Forgiveness will always heal you. There's something that George, a famous writer, once said. He said, in life there are three kinds of people. He said, firstly, there's people that make things happen. And I would advise that most of you say, I want to be the type of a person that makes things to happen. Number two, he said, there's people that sit and watch things happen. And thirdly, he says, there's just people that don't know what the heck is going on in the world. When you forgive, you take away the power that you've given to a situation, and you own your own power. When you forgive, you become a better person. As you see me standing today, I decided to say, I do not care about my background. I cast down my history, and I choose to stand up and say, the history can only be something that I refer to, but I do not want to remain in there, because it will not grow me. The second name there when we go is Floresta, and Floresta stands for forest. And what do we know about the forest? Besides the fact that God has made the forest to reproduce in its own season, there's nobody that sits in the forest and monitor everything. Nobody is there to water the forest, but you will go there and find it evergreen. You will find the water always flowing. What does it say to you? It does not matter whether you are standing alone. Actually, winners stand alone in life before they gather a crowd. So you have to know that you must stand alone first before you can be admired. As my publisher was saying, if you cannot isolate yourself, you cannot make it to the top. Yeah. So a forest, one thing that I like about it is that it is self-sustaining. So if you learn to stand and back yourself up and trust in God, surely you will get to where you are going. Always know something in life. Number one, every excuse that you have is very valid. Every excuse that you have is very valid, and we're not going to try to say, you are giving an excuse because of this and that. But excuses are, of course, a bridge to nowhere. It can be reasonable today that You are where you are because your parents did not have money to take you to school. But that's not something that you can stand and sing for 5 years that mom and dad couldn't take me to school, so that is why I'm here. You have to stand and take accountability for your own life. Number 2, your reality is your reality. And if it's not you, nobody is going to change it. Your reality will not change itself. So you have to just stand and accept that this is my reality and this is what I intend to do about it to change the situation. I know that only a tree is rooted to a certain ground. But as an individual, you can always move. Try to do something and improve your life. Number 3, choose the progress over the emotion. I want to liken this to someone who goes to the gym. You know, when you're in the gym, for example, when you're doing squats, you will really feel the pain on your legs. So you have to make a decision there. Am I going to choose to focus on the emotion, which is the pain that I'm feeling, that's encouraging me to quit? Or am I going to focus my mind on the progress that I'm going to get out of this? So I'm saying to you, whatever you face in life, always say, I need the progress. I do not care about the emotion. That will make you a hunter. That will make you a fighter. That will make you to always say, I don't care what will come, but I will always reach where I am going. Most of the time, when God shows us our destiny, He doesn't show us what we will come across. He always shows us the end result. So it means that whatever we come across, we should always gaze our eyes on the final picture. We should always have a vision that is implanted in our hearts. Number 4, I want to say to you that create your own identity. That is your environment. Because there's a piece that I once wrote about Nelson Mandela. He says that he was in a plane and a black pilot was flying it. Imagine him being the father of our democracy. He looked at the black man being a pilot and started doubting that will this man take us to the right destination? He started doubting because in life, as human beings, we are given templates. We are given templates to say, as a black woman, as a black man, there are things that I cannot achieve. And when Nelson Mandela says, immediately when he realized that, he saw that, no, my mind is being imprisoned. So the only way for me to free it, I need to change the template that has always been placed there. I almost said amen, I'm a child of God, hallelujah. And then there I want to lastly speak about the crocodile. I chose to place a crocodile eye and not the whole crocodile. A crocodile has such a focus that cannot be calculated. If you know the speed of a crocodile, you can be standing at the other end of the sea and you see the eye that side. You will ignorantly think it is still there, but in a minute it will be just where you are. So those who have really studied crocodiles know that if you see a crocodile on the far off, you need to go that side to stand there so it doesn't come to you. Because if you're standing here and it's that side, it's going to come to you and you will not be aware. And what it represents there is focus in life. That in focus, in life focus, keep your gaze, do not shift your focus. People at the pinnacle of anything in life, people at the highest point of everything and anything in life, do whatever they do and succeed with a 1% motivation. Why? Because motivation is overrated. When I started writing a book in 2015, I was so motivated. But in the other 5 years when I continued writing, I was no longer motivated. I just had the 99% of courage to say, this is what I need. So if you think that you'll always be motivated in what you need to do, then motivation is going to fade away with time. Even a world-class bodybuilder, say an IFBB pro, they know that they have to train 6 times a week, eat 8 meals a day, and train twice a day before they can become an average bodybuilder, and that is for 10 years. And what I'm trying to say is that I do not think that they are motivated to do so. Even their meals are pre-planned and pre-cooked. They do not just eat. Ask a bodybuilder, why are you eating chicken breast, for example, without salt? And their answer to you will be, I'm taking in protein. Why? Because they focus on the function and not on what they're doing. When they say that I'm taking in protein, they're focusing on the function of what the protein will do to their body, because the body needs protein to develop. They do not eat food without salt. They do not focus on the taste. So they always keep their gaze. So in this book, simply what I'm saying to you in life is that expressions from experiences means that wherever you are inspired by your experiences. If you do not like the way your experiences are, change them. Learn and do better. There's always a room for you. Thank you so much.
Here today, sorry. She is the reason we are all here gathered today here in this place. So we can do better than that. Thank you. Auntie, are you growing through your situation or you going through it? If you're going through something, you must ask yourself that. And now, because before we started, I said you must at least take something with you from this launch. Take something that will push you or motivate you or motivate you, but take something out of this gathering. Let it not be a waste of your time. So she mentioned that there are 3 people. People that make things happen, and people that watch things happen, and people that are confused. In these 3 people, where are you? Which one are you? Are you a person that will make things happen? Are you a person that will watch them write books and multiply their citizenships? Or are you going to decide to do something with your own gift, with your own calling, with your own thing? What is it that you're going to do today, starting from today, 3 o'clock, starting from now? And she also said every excuse in life is very valid. We become so comfortable making excuses. I can't do this, I can't go to this place, I can't do this, I can't do that. But that is very valid as well, because it makes or breaks you. It makes or breaks your destiny. What are you deciding to do today? Are you going to focus on the progress, or are you going to focus on the emotion? With that being said, can you just give her one last, just one big Okay, ngimbonile kunabo kokwani ngikombela inkulungwane. Thank you. At least I can be celebrating. Sithe sizo-celebrate her book launch, right? So like I need to celebrate ibami inkulungwane. Yeah. See that one.